All right, Bob is mad, so you'll probably hear him. He got kicked out of the garage because he was being a dick. See, now he's mad because it's hot outside. It's nice in here though. Okay, so things I know I have. I know I have pistons, and I know I have rods, and I know I have a crankshaft. That is a 58 tooth reluctor, so that's all good. What I do want to check real quick is that the piston pins and that the rods are the right, because they do make two different sizes. I can't remember how it works. It's like something like the truck has a larger, I believe it's a larger piston pin. It's like I think it's 949, I want to say. And then there's the 927, I believe. It doesn't say on the box, of course. What I usually do is change these out for the toll steel ones, but I don't think that there's a need for that in this application. And I don't want to spend another $100 for pins. So yeah, good. So that's a win. And we'll double check to make sure these are 6125. We didn't get some odd, weird rod. And they are 6125. All right, so that is good news. The piston rings I've already filed to fit, and they are all in here numbered for the correct board. And then the pistons are, there's just I think there might be -8 cc's because of the valve reliefs, but basically it's just a flat top piston, you know, with the typical Wizco coating, and yeah. Yes, I know it's Wizco, but why not say Wizco? It sounds cooler. So pistons, rods, the rods come with bolts. That's all good. Bob could be in the air conditioning, but Bob was an asshole. So here's the crankshaft. I'm a bit concerned about it. I did balance this guy. Like the same time I did the block, it was like I said 2 years ago, and it's basically been wrapped up in this plastic trash bag in the shop sitting on the floor. So I'm terrified to open this up and find it covered in rust. Let's hope it's good. Let's hope it's in good shape. That'd be nice. It'd be nice if it was in good shape. Well, the polishing looks a bit suspect. All right, so it looks good. The polishing, I had a friend polish this for me, actually. A friend who probably had somebody else polish it for me, and the polishing looks a little funky. But it feels okay, and luckily there is no rust all over these guys, so that's a win. It's already got the 58 tooth. You can see where it was drilled when we balanced it. We drilled it in a couple spots, and here, and here, and yeah, so it's balanced. The reluctor wheel is welded on, and it's good to go. It took quite a bit of a line honing, so this is one sheet. Every grid on this sheet here is a pass with the line hone. So what you do is you take the caps and you sand them so they're maybe a thou or two sanded off the bottom of the caps, and then you reinstall them on on the bore, which then makes the hole not round. Then you stick it's like a big long mandrel with cutting stones on it, and you just kind of give it the old zoomy zoom, and then you kind of guesstimate, like, that should have done that. You can adjust how much pressure you're putting on there and how much you're moving it through there. And what you want to do is you want to get all the caps all the way through to be even. So that can be quite a chore. I've seen it done in like 2 passes one time, but usually it takes like, well, it takes me like 10, 12. So this is like probably 12 passes to get it line honed out, but it's line honed. So we got cam bearings. Great, because we've taken the cam bearings out of the block when we started doing all the machine work on it. I have a pile of Gen 4 rods. Now, what happened, bob weight, so the bob weight from when we balanced the crankshaft. I did originally balance the crankshaft with the Gen 4 rods, but they're probably pretty close to the Molinar rods. Maybe the Molinar rods are a bit heavier, so it just goes across the board, so the crankshaft will be underbalanced, which they do all the time, underbalance or overbalance a crankshaft. As long as it's balanced, that's kind of the important part. But we got head gaskets. Not really sure what kind I bought. Comedic's pretty good. They are Comedic 30 thou 460 bore, so there, that will work. That will do. All right, let's see what else we got now. This is going to be a timing set. It is a timing set. What this guy here is a single chain. I have used a double chain. I actually think I have one in the garage from another engine. The double kind of sucks because of the fact that the double is wider, and sometimes, most of the times, you're going to need to clearance your front cover, and you're going to have issues with the pickup tube, and pickup tube where it fits on the pump, and the pump is pushed forward because it had to be offset to clear the chain. The moral of the story is just get a single roller chain. The factory stuff I hear is fine. I didn't have a factory one, so I bought this from Summit, and hopefully it will do well. It is adjustable, so we do have the ability to time the camshaft. I can do that. We'll probably just check it just to be sure, be safe. So we got the back housing for this guy, and the gasket, and the main set, which is good. Yeah, this was just a regular ass OEM replacement oil pump. No need for high volume or high pressure or any of that. You don't have to get high anything. Then we got a ring compressor, which is mated for our pistons, which are 5 thou over standard 4-inch bore. Timing cover, it says, so I'm guessing that's the front cover. Valley cover. I bet this one is the one with the O-rings on it, because knowing me, I would have got that anyway, just in case we had a failure. Well, let's check. Let's check and find out. It is. So if you have like the, what is that called? Displacement on demand, you can get this guy right here. And that one has the the little O-ring dills to seal off the displacement on demand dill. Left in this box, we got the dog bone. I like these guys. So I'm not a big fan of the, there's like a spring-loaded, I think it's like Ls2 or 3, they started making those where it kind of goes beside the chain. And what I've seen happen on a few occasions is that plastic or Teflon, whatever they use to rub up against the chain as a chain guide, breaks, goes right to the oil pan, gets sucked directly into the oil pickup, starves all the bearings, and you have a rod knot. More than one occasion. So you just gotta let the chain flop. But what this guy does is just kind of, it doesn't stop it from flopping, but it kind of tones down the sound a little bit. And that's all it does. Hopefully the block has a place for it. They do make an adapter, so if you have like it does. So if you have like, I think some of the iron blocks and the truck blocks do not have this, but you can buy an adapter where it will bolt to some part of the front of the engine and then have like these two little guys that stick out so you can put the bone on there and use it. And again, it doesn't make any difference as far as performance wise. I think it just kind of makes the motor a little quieter. So if you're a headers cam, wide open, headers no muffler, then that doesn't even make any difference to you. So we got the dog bone. And we got the cam cover. And a push rod measurer device guy thingy. But I notice I don't have any push rods. But I might. I'll probably have some out in the shop. So let's pause video and see if I can dig around for some more goodies and see what we can come up with. Okay, so back in school, I and some friends like to have an engine to work on. We bought this 5.3, I think it was a 5.3. Maybe it was a 6, I don't even know. It was a 5.3, yeah. And we rebuilt it in school, and the idea was like we were gonna rebuild it and throw it on the dyno and do a turbocharger and make a ridiculous amount of horsepower for cheap. It'd be kind of fun. I say cheap, but we ended up using quite a few good parts on the guy. My experience is that the stock stuff is good. So stock stuff in a block, leave it the fuck alone, run it, it's golden, right? Buying cheap parts was not the same experience. So I bought some cheap pistons and the rings that went with it, and they wouldn't even seal the cylinder. They were not concentric, right? They were elliptical, or am I saying that right? Eccentric. Yes, they were eccentric in shape. He wouldn't seal the cylinder bores. I ended up having to buy new rings, and then I was like, just buy new everything. Anyway, long story short, somebody was looking for a 5.3. I saw it on one of the forums on Boosted, LSX, I believe, or Turbo Bullet, one of those guys, and somebody wanted a motor that was capable of making power. My Jewish side kicked in, and I was like, well, yeah, I'll sell this thing and make some money. And I did sell it. I don't really think I made any money, but it went to a good guy, and he actually made pretty good power with it. But he only wanted the bottom end, so the whole top end came off. So I have all those parts, but they were from a 3rd gen 5.3 and not a 4th gen 6 liter. So I'm not sure what I did find was here is a full set of Comp Cam 7400 push rods. So we got push rods, that's good. Who are you and what are you doing? Oh, we got lifters, so that's good. That's one less thing we need. So hey, check it out, man. It's amazing what you find when you dig through stuff. Like literally, this was in a sealed packet. ARP head studs. So that's kind of cool. I was fine with the Chinese ones. Fine with reusing stock ones, but hey, if I already paid for it, then I guess I'll use it. So and then I found another sealed in the box main set. So maybe we got ARP tops and bottoms. So yeah, I just kind of thought that was kind of cool. Didn't know I had those. Brand new in the box, still sealed. So yeah, we'll use ARP head studs and main studs. Not only will we use them, but we'll get like real sanctimonious and say that you have to use them, just so that we're pissing everybody off. That would be in the camp of the only way to go is to use used head studs, or of the camp that what kind of ARPs are those, dude? Are those the aged still $9 million a fucking set? You have to use those. You have to. You can't. No. You definitely cannot use just regular ARP head studs. So yeah, I think we got both camps pissed off on that, which is great. And yeah, so it's amazing what you find when you dig through all your old stuff. I got an inventory of the stuff that I have on hand now, and with that inventory sheet, I will need to sit down and kind of go through that and match it up with what I don't have. Kind of think through it all and try to figure out what I don't have. Like I don't know if I have these little lifter trays, but I should somewhere. I'll have to dig a little bit deeper. But just little pieces and parts. Another bad thing that it goes along, just again with building an engine from a block, is just everything. You need everything. So I'm going to go through it, my list. We're going to throw a little more WD-40 in these cylinders in the meantime, and we'll go through the list, figure out what we need, get what we need ordered, and figure out if I can find like an engine pull so I can use all the sensors and harness and stuff, whatnot off that. And yeah, so that is enough for now. Next time we get together, we will get the crankshaft out and all the bearings. I saw some bearings. I got some crankshaft bearings in here, and somewhere I have some rod bearings for this guy as well. Anyway, I'm rambling. So what we're going to do is get all the parts out that need to be measured for clearances, and we'll start measuring clearances and see if we are good with standard bearings, or if we're going to have to order some size up or size downs. And once we get that done, we can get this thing clean and start going on the assembly route. So that's it for now. Inventories and stuff. Yeah. So thanks for dropping in, checking out the channel. Until next time, it's Mike Fab signing out.